Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. We're here with the latest transfer news on this morning of the 14th of August. We're pretty much halfway through August, and the transfer business is still pretty hot, isn't it? So, yeah, we've got Kieran Tierney kicking off this. Celtic have been linked with a move all summer long. Kieran Tierney literally came on for Arsenal in the Community Shield. Didn't really do much. I think he actually was at fault for the City goal, if I'm being honest. And then he was completely left out the squad. Not yesterday, 2 days ago on Saturday in the early kick-off against Nottingham Forest. Of course, Arsenal won that game 2-1, which is kind of irrelevant to Kieran Tierney leaving or not. But apparently now, Newcastle, who were always linked with a move for Kieran Tierney, don't want to sign him permanently. They want to sign him on loan. And I just can't imagine Arsenal selling Tierney on loan to Newcastle. I can see it happening to Celtic, but not to Newcastle. One of their rivals, because I think that's just the state of what the Premier League is at now, guys. Let's be real. I think Newcastle just are Newcastle just are like a top four team now. They've replaced Tottenham for me in that top six. Tottenham, not just because Ange went, but they've lost Harry Kane. Their squad, if you look at it compared to the rest of the teams, just nowhere near as good. I mean, I'd put the likes of Aston Villa, Brentford and Brighton above that Tottenham team. I know Brentford just drew with Tottenham 2 each, but I think on the reflection of that game, I think Brentford probably did deserve to win. If you want to check out the match review, make sure you go check it out. So, will Tierney's move to Celtic happen? Will it be hijacked by Newcastle? Only time will really tell, guys. But moving on, Swedish defender Gustav Lagerbielke, who says it would be an honour to sign for Celtic, has opened up on the prospect of following in Henrik Larsson's footsteps. Of course, this deal looks like it's going to be done anytime soon. If we're being honest, it looks like it will be done, and only time will really tell when it gets done. And, if he can follow in the footsteps of Henrik Larsson, that'd be what about following the footsteps of his fellow Swedish defender, Carl Starfelt, who of course left us. He left us, guys. Big Carl Starfelt left Celtic. He left Scottish football and he jobbed out to Celta Figo. I say he jobbed out, man. I think Starfelt, from a Rangers perspective here, I think he was an alright defender. I feel like in the first season he got a lot of pelters. It was like, it's just the Carter Vickers show. But I think last season he particularly proved to a lot of us that, Starfelt is actually pretty good, to be honest. And he's moved on. He's earned Celtic a bit of money. Well, Brendan Rodgers has come out and he said that all is forgiven between himself and Alexandro Bernabei after the left back was left out of last weekend's squad to face Ross County due to a time-keeping issue. So, holy moly. Pretty extreme there, pretty extreme. But also, Rangers striker Danilo, he is desperate to fulfil his dream of firing his new side into the Champions League group stage. Of course, Rangers play what do you call that team? That's no disrespect. I forgot their name there. Servette. I did genuinely forget their name. I think Rangers should beat Servette tomorrow. You want to see a match preview? Check out my channel. But in other news, Derek McInnes has insisted that Kilmarnock have nothing to fear from Celtic next week's League Cup tie, having already shut out Rangers and Hearts this season. He could be onto something there. I mean, I say he could be onto something. Kilmarnock against Rangers were really good. Rangers were awful, but, I cannot even make a case that Rangers even deserved a point for that game. I can't. And I think if they play in that similar way that they did against both Rangers and Hearts, they will give Celtic a hard game. And the fact it's a League Cup, maybe Celtic will play with a bit of a weaker team. And I wouldn't be surprised if Celtic went out to Kelly. But, again, I wouldn't be surprised if Celtic won 4-1 or something. But that's the way I feel. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it here for Fog Football. Some early afternoon transfer news. We love bringing you all this content. And that's exactly the way this has been dealt out, guys, here on this Monday morning. We've got a fun week ahead. Of course, Rangers play tomorrow. Then midweek, we have got Hibs away to Luzerne, taking a 3-1 lead. Very inconsistent Hibs, but I think there should be enough there to see out Luzerne and move through to the playoff round. And then, of course, they are taking on Aston Villa, which I don't really give them much hope about. Well, Hearts, though, be interested to see what Hearts can do. We had 2-1 deficit to Rosenborg. Hearts at home, if they can turn up and play to a decent ability, man, I think Hearts will go through. Just Scotland. We need the coefficients, guys. But anyway, leave your thoughts down below. And until next time, Fog Football signing out.